Cavs in the late 90s, early 2000s. Career ravaged by injuries.
Yep.
And yet he is wearing a Ilgauskas jersey just today. Not sure if it's to troll me or anything. I have no idea, but sure. I know who I'm rooting for.
You're not an Ilgauskas fan?
I love Big Z.
All
it's
right.
just like, why would you have that? Why would you wear that today, here? Like,
when should he be wearing it?
I don't know. It seems like just like a thing you wear around the house.
No,
You bust that bad boy out?
yeah. So the old school throwback jerseys, those are the ones that people are most proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's not of like a notable player. It's just a random player that like a Cavs fan would know, but no one else would know. Like, I can appreciate it. It just makes no sense.
That's what shows that you're like a fan, right?
Sure.
When you're like, hey, I have the jersey for like, the third best player on the team from 20 years ago.
Sure.
Like I'm a fan.
There's a story here that I just don't know. I feel like it's an elaborate joke that I just do not know. But look, I know Big Z, and I love the jersey, so well done, Yoel. That's what I say to that. Grim Lavamancer is going to come across here for one. Yoel's got a Sacred Founder in the mountain. He'll pass the turn back over to Zachary, who's done a little bit of cantripping in the Serum Visions to start.
Yeah, this isn't the fastest start for either of these players. You'll see Kiihne, try not to deploy one of his creatures until the turn he wants to go off, because it'll just get burned out if he leaves it on the board. I'm a little surprised by the burn player start.
You're expecting Swift Spear or Goblin Guide, something like
that?
Yeah,
those are just much better starts.
This is a slow one here with Lavamancer. Wooded Foothills is land number 3 there for Izsak. We're going to go back over to Kiihne as he untaps his Steam Vents and he draws a card. Like you mentioned, Zachary Kiihne not off to a very fast start. He does have land number 4, which means we could see Gifts Ungiven number 1. But in the meantime, Yoel's going to activate Grim Lavamancer, exile 2 cards from his graveyard, deal Kiihne 2, sacrifice the Wooded Foothills, put another card in his graveyard. He'll fall down to at least 16, maybe lower than that. We'll see. We'll keep it at 16 with a basic mountain. We'll see if he's got another burn spell here on the unstep.
Yeah, Grim Lavamancer is a card that wasn't represented for a while in the burn decks. It was like the best card in the deck, and then it wasn't, and now he's back again.
Skullcrack is back again. Gonna deal Kiihne 3, gonna bring him down to 10. Isaac's gonna untap. He'll draw, picked up a copy of Lightning Helix. There's an Arid Mesa.
He's so close crossing the finish line here.
Kiihne's gonna sacrifice, and now he'll Gifts Ungiven. Basic Island, search it up. Oh, he's searching pretty quick. He knows what he wants. He definitely knows what he wants.
Well, he knows he's not getting another turn after this. It's just not going to happen. So it's go time. So he's getting some ritual effects and, whatever the win condition is that he doesn't have yet.
Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual, Grape Shot, and a Manamorphose. Those are the 4 cards that Zachary Kiihne has searched up. Isaac's going to have to split them, and he might talk to his teammates about how he wants to do so. In the meantime, though, he will either cut or shuffle, potentially both, of Kiihne's deck. But he'll just cut it, and now he's got a decision to make with the Gifts Ungiven. Again, Manamorphose, Pyretic Ritual, Desperate Ritual, Grape Shot. Those are the 4 red cards that you're looking at home, and Izsak is looking at right now.
Yeah, and usually you don't want to give him the bigger mana spells. So the Desperate Ritual and the Pyretic Ritual are usually not given to the opponent.
All right, we're going to go back over to Zachary. Now the question is, can he actually get the job done here? It looks like he may have picked up a copy of Lightning Bolt. He's kind of nodding his head affirmingly in that. You see the finger tapping, which means he's doing a little bit of math here.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't know what to think.
It's go time either way.
Yeah. Our Storm player has quite a bit to think about. He's going to start with a Lightning Bolt, perhaps? Yeah, he's going to Lightning Bolt Grim Lavamancer. Here's a Lavamancer activation. Going to bring Kiihne down to 7. And now he will play Goblin Electromancer. This is a Pyretic Ritual. Yoel's going to sacrifice a land in Arid Mesa. He'll search up a basic mountain. We're going to see a Searing Blaze here with landfall in just a moment.
Yep.
This will be in response to the Pyretic Ritual. Keep in mind, Pyretic Ritual only costs 1 in this situation, and then he'll be up to 3 red mana. Will Zachary Kiihne? So now each ritual will generate just 1 mana as opposed to 2.
And we'll see if we can get our little mana counters and storm counters out here.
Yeah.
If the turn keeps going.
There they are.
There they are.
Metamorphose. So it'll be 2 blue, 1 red. Draw a card. Another Gifts Ungiven. There's Desperate Ritual. Here's Gifts. Okay, so he's going to reload for next turn.
Yep.
Okay. Looks like he's going to get some cost reducers and some rituals. That could be Electromancer, Baral, Metamorpho, something like that. Kenny doesn't mess around with these Gifts Ungiven. He searches quick.
And I like it. Yeah,
it
it shows that he's played with the deck. He knows, you know, the different routes that you need to take to win the game, and he's going to get where he's going, or get burned out in the meantime.
Baral, Metamorphose, Desperate Ritual, and Pyretic Ritual. So Yell's going to give some rituals away, pass the turn back. This is a Lightning Bolt. That is a Lightning Helix. We are going to play a second game here. As Joel Isaac's going to win game number 1 here over Zachary Kenny. Burn up a game over Blue Art Gift Storm. Kenny could not really get a cost reducer in play quickly.
Yeah.
The Electromancer that he got on the battlefield died, and that, my friend, was that.
Yeah, I mean, he got 5 turns, which, you know, that's usually enough for Storm to do what it's going to do.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary there happened on either side, I think. You know, like Storm kind of did its thing, Burn did its thing. Burn didn't even have a good start. No Goblin Guide, no Swift Spear, no Eidolon.
Yeah.
There's Grim Lavamancer and Burn spells, but that was good enough. As we turn our attention to the sideboards here, we're going to start with Zachary Kenny and his Blue Red Gift Storm deck. 4 pieces to the puzzle, 3 Empty the Warrens, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Lightning Bolt, 2 Shattering Spear, a Wipe Away, and an Echoing Truth. What do you think about Goblins in this matchup?
I can see Goblins in this matchup.
Yeah?
It's an easier route to win. You don't need a storm count of 1 billion in order to win the game. You just go a couple of rituals, make 8 or 10 goblins, and then they get the job done over 2 turns. I also would think that these lightning bolts are going to come in. Just picking up a couple extra turns when you can pick off a first turn Goblin Guide, it can be very important.
I think there's some appeal to that. You know, Lightning Bolt, he needed to kill Grim Lavamancer to be able to even go off.
Sure.
You know, so being able to kill a Goblin Guide, or more importantly, an Eidolon Great Revel.
Yep, that's the big one.
You're going to need some more spot removal for that. So I expect to see those bolts come in. On the Isaac side, he's got 3 Smash to Smithereens, 3 Path to Exile, 2 Searing Blood, 2 Deflecting Palm, 2 Anger of the Gods, 2 Exquisite Firecraft, and another copy of Skullcrack. Anything stand out to you here for Yoel?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, quite honestly, all of these burn spells already take care of almost all the cost reducers on the other side of the board. So why would he want to bring in, you know, more situational cards or cards that can't be used to burn the opponent? You know, his deck is very good at doing what it does, and there's nothing coming in on the other side where he would want these other cards.
Yeah, I don't think much changes for him. He's kind of going back to the drawing board a little bit here, and we'll see if he does bring anything in or consults with his teammates, but he also just kind of gave him a reaffirming head nod of, I think I'm good. So they're going to shuffle up and play game number 2 here in just a moment. While we wait, we're going to talk about that StarCityGames.com YouTube page, where you can become one of over 120,000 subscribers and watch some of our great programming, like Split Second, hosted by Star City's own Jeremy Knoll, the Versus Series of Brad Nelson, Todd Anderson, formerly Tom Ross. Congratulations to him, heading to Wizards of the Coast to work on the play design team.
Condolences.
Yeah. But we've got Ross Merriam and we've got Todd Stevens as well in that Versus Series. The Commander Versus team, Justin Parnell, Jeremy Knoll, Jonathan Suarez, and the American Dream, Stephen Green. We got Magic Online playtesting with Jerry Thompson, Ari Lax, Sean McLaren, and so many more. We've also got the best of the SD Tour that you can check out at youtube.com/StarCityGames. Subscribe today. Become one of over 120,000 subscribers. We want to thank each and every one of you. And as Craig mentioned, he'll be buying each of you subscribers an Iconic Masters booster box because he's such a nice guy. So subscribe today, and you get a free Iconic Masters booster box, courtesy of Craig Crumples.
I feel like there's been some confusion in there. Something got lost. Some wires got crossed.
Did something change from yesterday where we talked about that?
Apparently, because you're giving a slightly different story, a slightly different version of what was stated yesterday.
I don't really I don't really think that's true.
You said yesterday that you were going to continue working pro bono for Star City Games, and that they can take your salary and use it to, thank all the players with, some giant draft party where everything's free.
Okay. And now I've changed that story to something else entirely.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay. Well, we'll have to rewind the tape, assuming that we still have it.
You don't get a nickname like Cedric Pro Bono Phillips without doing some very generous things from time to time.
Classic nickname that I have. Just another one of them.
You are known in a lot of social circles by a lot of different names.
Yeah.
But you're a man that wears a lot of hats.
I do. I'm busy. So people just know me as a lot of different things. You're just right. You're just right. Kevin King and Jarvis Hugh, they're in a Lance mirror. So they are grinding it out up top. And when that changes, we'll let you know. That's probably where we'll jump to next, honestly. That matchup's going to be kind of long. And then you got Sultai Energy against Teamer Energy, which will also probably be pretty long. So we'll definitely have time to jump to another match here. Believe me.
Yeah, the Lance Mirror, you can't just make a 20-20 and win because the opponent's always going to have, the Wasteland to break it up or the Maze of Ith to shut down the 20-20.
Or the Caracas.
The Caracas to bounce it back. Yeah. That's not the way it goes. It's just a battle of attrition where one player eventually destroys literally every card on the other side of the battlefield and then is able to win.
Sleight of hand is where Zachary is going to start. He's happy. He'll pass the turn back over to Izsak. It's an Inspiring Vantage. It's a Rift Bolt on Suspend. Let's go back over to Zachary. A sleight of hand again here. We'll allow him to do a little bit of cantripping. Sleight of hand and Scalding Tarn are the options. Scalding Tarn will go to the bin. Sleight of hand will go to the grip. And now there's Spire Bluff Canal, another sleight of hand. So let's do it again. Third time's a charm. 2 Flooded Strands. Nice.
And he really wanted just a couple of ritual effects there. It looks like Kiihne has an Empty the Warrens in his hand. And next turn, he just wanted to go 3 rituals, bolt your guy, make a bunch of goblins.
Rift Bolt comes off as Suspend.
Yeah, not in that exact order.
Rift Bolt comes off as Suspend. Now an Eidolon, the Great Revel, comes down, but it's going to be taken care of by Lightning Bolt. Here's a Baral, Chief of Compliance from Zachary. So that's a pretty good third turn. Take care of the Eidolon, take a little damage doing so, and then move along accordingly. We're going to go back over to Yoel now, who had his best card in the matchup, Eidolon the Great Revel, taken care of handily by Lightning Bolt. He'll play a Sacred Foundry untapped, so he's going to fall down to 18. That's a Lava Spike. Going to bring Kiihne down to 10. This is another copy of Eidolon. That's a big one.
Yeah, the second Eidolon is pretty backbreaking.
Because every spell that Zachary plays is going to deal him 2 points of damage, and Yoel, I can promise you, will not forget. So, it's a Serum Visions. Blood Moon, huh? That's not going to do it, and Gifts Ungiven looks even worse. Also, 2 copies of Empty, and it looks like an opt in hand too here for Zachary. He's in some real trouble. Well, there is Empty the Warrens, and it's going to be for 4, I believe.
Yep.
Not the most exciting turn, but it's better than nothing.
I think it's kind of similar to nothing.
Feels like nothing to you?
Yeah, not to take a shot at Kiihne here, but those 4 goblins aren't going to close out this game, and with Eidolon on the board, Zach is already at 7 life. I don't expect this to go more than a turn or 2.
Here's Grim Lavamancer. Yoel will take 2 from his own Eidolon. It's going to fall down to 16. Big follow-up. Jeez. Another Eidolon. Zach might be close to Eidolon locked here. Yoel might be Eidolon locking himself. We'll see how this goes, as he's going to fall a little bit lower. We'll go back over to Kiihne.
Well, you can make some more goblins.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cast another spell to storm it up, though.
We'll pass the turn back. We're going to go over to Izsak. Yoel will draw. He's picked up a copy of Rift Bolt. He might be more than happy to put that on Suspend.
Sure. The Rift Bolt, along with 2 Grim Lavamancer activations, it's going to close out this game.
Goblins are going to be attacking. They'll be blocked. Here's another empty the Warrens. Sure.
Look at you all over this battlefield.
Yeah. Look at me dying.
Yeah, what's the deal, man? You couldn't put in a better effort?
Yep, there's only 4 of me out there, and one would think I could do better than this, but not really, because my opponent's battlefield is much better than mine.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if there was 4 of you.
That's true.
You think that more work would get done.
1 is more than enough, trust me. Blue-Red Giftstorm is going to concede. Yo Isaac's going to win this match over Zachary Kenny 2-0. Burn. Maybe a good matchup against Storm? I don't know. It made that look pretty easy, man.
It did look pretty easy. I don't think it's always that easy.
Okay.
The second and third Eidolons that game really closed out the game.
Yeah, that much is clear. You know, making it look a little easier than maybe normally it is. But even the first game, like no Eidolon, no Goblin Guide, no Swift Spear, just Grim Lavamancer and Burn Spells was enough.
Yep.
That's pretty notable to me.
Oh, the second game, Zachary's hand just didn't line up very well. You know, he was set up to go turn 3, like play a cost reducer, ritual a couple times, empty. But he just didn't have the right cards in his hand. Even after casting, you know, turn 1 sleight of hand, turn 2 double sleight of hand.
Yep.
You'd think he would have been more set up, but he just didn't see the right cards.
No, his draw did not come together very well in game 2 at all. So unfortunately for Zachary Kenny, he's going to lose for his team. But we take a look, and the rest of his team's not doing great either. Kevin King's down a game, and so is Mario Strawallow. So a little bit of trouble there for the team on your left. Jarvis Yu, Yoel Isaac, Steve Nagy. They're all up either a match or a game, as their team is currently up 1-0. Jarvis Yu, a player who has won a Grand Prix Seattle-Tacoma. I believe that was 2 years ago now at this point, with lands. Kevin King, a lands aficionado, so they're working themselves into a lands mirror. Kevin King with a top 8 at our last team open in Atlanta earlier this year. So we're going to prepare for some hot land-on-land action. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, can't wait.
That is hot action. If there's some young children at home, maybe you ask them to leave the room.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to get graphic.
It certainly could be. We're going to talk about the StarCityGames.com newsletter here. It's your source for Magic the Gathering news. It's very expensive, so stick with me here. Highlights for some of our best articles, upcoming SCGBALT dates and locations. We've got IQs, we've got game nights near you, and we've got an exclusive Cardboard Crack comic as well. And best of all, it's totes free. Go to StarCityGames.com/newsletter for more information. Read some of our very best articles, learn where you can play some Magic. Get qualified for that invitational as well. Find an IQ near you and go to StarCityGames.com/newsletter. Free, you have no excuse.
Now, we aren't all proficient in 3 or 4 languages like you are. So can you translate totes free into English for the rest of us?
Totes free, that means that's totally free.
Oh, totes is totally?
Totes is totally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What did you think it meant?
I think it means, Craig, you feel like an old man because you don't know the slang anymore.
I don't know. You just got to keep up with pop culture. That's all.
I can't do it.
Actually, you don't.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't.
You know, I shake my fist at the young kids in the neighborhood.
Cloud in the sky. Arr. Arr.
Loud music coming out of their cars as they drive by. You kids.
Yeah.
No respect.
It feels great, doesn't it?
It does.
It really feels good, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be, you know, when I become a dad, I'm going to be that dad. Just
the most ornery old man, just grumpy at everyone.
Don't interrupt my basketball game. Like Halloween, lights off.
Yeah.
Lights off.
Yep.
Lights off, bowl outside of candy. But I'm not going to put up the please take one because that's nonsense.
No, if it's all gone in the first kids, it's gone.
It's gone.
That's it.
Yeah.
You did your part.
Yeah, that's nonsense. Please take one. No one abides by that. So why do people even put that there? It's just a lie. No one thinks it's going to happen. Like, just here's a bowl. I will do like the king-size bars.
Dude, you're going to let someone just scoop up an entire bowl of king-size bars in one stop.
You know what? If you're first, you win.
Yeah, big
You
W.
win. Just don't interrupt the Cavs game. Don't knock on my door.
Don't knock on my door.
That's all.
I know the bowl is empty.
Do not knock on my door. I have no candy for you.
Look at you.
Yeah. There's a Three's Company thing there. I don't know the rest of the song.
Sure. That was enough.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, looks like some magic might actually happen at some point.
Oh, really?
Here.
Really? We might actually watch a game of Magic? I can't make any more bad song lyrics, another thing like that?
Oh, you can, and I'm sure you will.
You know that's right. All right, let's watch it. Lands v. Lands, King v. U. We're underway. Not Tabernacle, Thespian stage is where Kevin's going to start. For Jarvis, he's going to figure out what land he wants to play. I'm really hoping there's no Dredge 3 that takes place here.
Really? Why is that?
No real reason.
You're an anti-dredger?
Yeah, no real reason except for the fact that if there's a Dredge 3 that takes place, you win bingo.
Oh.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell after you crumpled up my bingo board and threw it away.
I don't remember that. Rashad and Port's going to tap Thespian stage. Let's go over to Kevin King. Picked up a copy of Molten Vortex. Hello. There's a Caracas. That'll take care of a 2020. Let's go back over to Jarvis. Jarvis with a Mox Diamond discarding Thespian stage and a Rashad and Port. That was his first turn. Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah, and these games can be such a grind fest.
Could be a loam time. There's Ghost Quarter. Verdant Catacombs will be sacrificed here by Jarvis. He's going to fall down to 19. I imagine Taiga, but we'll see what Jarvis wants to get.
Yeah, I would also imagine Taiga. Ooh.
Sheltered Thicket, huh?
Basically Taiga. Same card.
Yeah, same card. All right, we're going to go back to Jarvis.
Who says the new cards don't make their way into Legacy?
Right? Right? Getting my bingo board ready here. I got a feeling.
Yeah?
I'm not sure what about, but...
How'd that storm count work out for you that last match? But you did get, the Goblin Guide revealed the land, right, for you? Did that, no?
Why do you do this?
Because it feels good.
Why do you do this to me?
It masks my own insecurities when I just make fun of you.
Well, at least you admit it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Is that a life in the loam? Oh, boy. All right. Play Verdant Catacombs pass. Go ahead and lock it in.
It's not locked up yet.
Go ahead and lock it in, folks. Craig Krempel's about to win bingo here.
Kevin is working with a surgical extraction on the other side.
Oh. Oh, I need that. That's really important. Looks like Kevin is going to do some copying here with Thespian Sage, it looks like. Didn't get a great look. Surgical. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Man, it worked. It's not supposed to work.
Yes!
Jarvis is supposed to have a cycler in response.
Surgical extraction, take your loams, no Dredge 3. Still live for the bingo.
No. This isn't how it's supposed to go, Cedric.
That's exactly how it's supposed to go.
This is such a fix.
Maybe if you weren't so mean to me, you would have gotten your Dredge 3.
Oh, you're saying this is a karmic thing?
But you insulted me.
What did I say?
I don't remember, actually. I don't remember, but it's something that did hurt my feelings.
Oh, keep it buried down deep.
Okay, well, we're having a really healthy conversation about this, so that's good.
This has spiraled out of control.
Really glad you're giving me a lot of choices. Jarvis is going to search for land with his Verdant Catacombs. He's going to get a... That's probably expensive, that Taiga. Probably expensive. Yeah.
Still a Taiga.
Yeah. Probably expensive land.
Make it an underground sea, it would probably cost
maybe a little more.
5 times as much.
Maybe. Jarvis wants to do a little porting here, but Kevin's used all of his mana. So now we're going to go over to King. He did this again on his upkeep. Now we're going to go back over to Jarvis, I believe. Yes, we are. Jarvis will draw. Jarvis is very quickly tapping mana for something. Jarvis, I think, has a Tireless Tracker. Probably good in a deck that has a lot of lands.
We're going beatdowns.
Yeah, a deck that has a lot of lands. Make a clue.
You want to Crocus this? Too bad.
You can't. I think Jarvis is going to sacrifice the clue. Actually, he's going to port. I take that back. Port the Thespian stage because Kevin's having some mana issues. His Thespian stage for Kevin. Kevin's Thespian stage copied Sheltered Thicket.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a red-green land right now, except for it's being tapped by port, which means that Kevin can actually get his deck off the ground right now. He's having problems.
Yeah, I think things are going to open up for Kevin just a little bit here. You know, he has a land to discard to a Mox Diamond here. He can potentially Ghost Quarter himself to go search for another colored source if he wants to go that route. And I think there's a bunch of Life from the Loams in his hand.
Yeah, you're interested in that, aren't you? Those Life from the Loams.
You think he'll trade those after this round is over?
Yeah, have a talk with him. I think he might Ghost Quarter himself in a minute. Yep, he's going to Ghost Quarter his own Caracas. That means he's going to search for a land. I think Basic Forest on the way. There it is. It's got some snow on it, but sure. Now there's Life from the Loam. He wants to get those lands that he just Ghost Quartered away and the Ghost Quarter back. So Ghost Quarter Caracas back to the grip. Green mana online. Don't think he's played a land yet.
Correct.
This is a Mox. Trying to figure out what land he wants to discard. There goes Caracas. This is a Ghost Quarter. Molten Vortex, pass turn back. All right. A lot of stuff done there for Kevin King. Let's go over to Jarvis Yu. Jarvis will draw. He's got a copy of Seismic Assault in hand. That's fun. Picked up a copy of Crop Rotation. These lands decks, they have evolved, folks. You find new cards like Tireless Tracker and Shelter Thicket in them. You don't find cards like Mulch anymore. Very few, if any, copies of Mana Bond anymore.
A little Mulch. A little throwback.
Yeah. Been a minute since we've seen that card, that's for sure. Jarvis going to sacrifice a clue, draw a card. More importantly, put a counter on that tracker. 4-3 now. Going to be more and more out of Molten Vortex range. Crop Rotation. Getting rid of Thespian Stage. Are we going to go get a Bojuka Bog?
Oh, don't say that.
Are there any Bojuka Bogs out there?
Don't say that. Not like this.
I'm just commentating on the match, Craig. Oops. Sorry about that, whammy.
Me too. I'm also sorry about that whammy.
You're in a Land's Mirror, and if a Dredge does not happen, I'm gonna lose it.
It's looking good.
I'm gonna be insufferable, and you are gonna hate it.
That's already the case.
I know. I know.
You're telling me this is gonna get worse?
Yes. Tracker in for 5. Tracker in for 5. Let's go back over to Kevin King. He's going to draw a card. Punishing Fire.
Okay.
It's a magic card. Where's that going? All right.
Yeah, he's got to get this tracker off the board. He can't take another hit from it.
Yeah, there's Molten Vortex, too. Okay.
Ooh.
That's different art of Punishing Fire. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, I had neither.
That's cool. Well, new art or old. It's going to try to take care of Tracker, except for Jarvis is going to do a Crop Rotation for an Ancient Tomb. Sacrifice a clue, which means the Tracker's going to have 5 toughness. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue here. Tracker is not dead. Kevin wasted all of his resources trying to kill it, failed, and now Jarvis is going to very quickly untap. He will draw a card. He is certainly in the driver's seat, is Mr. Yu. Grand Prix champion with lands. Feeling very good about things right now. He'll use Ancient Tomb for more mana, take more damage, sack a clue, draw a card. Tracker gets bigger. 7 power Tracker now.
Yeah, that's a big creature.
Yeah, if Jarvis has, I think he has Assault plus 3 lands.
Yeah, I can't imagine he doesn't have the 3 lands here.
This is Seismic Assault. That's a bunch of lands. We just watched a Land's Mirror. No Dredge 3. Thanks.
Both players cast Life from the Loam.
Both players cast Life from the Loam. No Dredge 3. You did not win bingo. I am running so good right now. I am running so good. How is that even possible?
I don't know.
Both players cast Loam, no Dredge 3 happens. The match is over, though.
Well, and here's the real kicker, is that King had a Cycler in his hand, but he had no color source to save the Life from the Loam.
Yeah, that's right. That happened. Got Bojuka bogged. Jarvis Yu, Yoel Izsak, Stephen Nagy, they're going to win this match over Kevin King, Zachary Kenny, and Marius Koala. Koala bear, Chihuahua bear, Chewbacca. Marius, why do you have such a difficult last name?
Help us out, man. Come on.